Welcome back to Animal Crossing New Horizons. I'm dear darling, and shall we see what's going on our lovely island of Fawnhollow today, where we'll be relaxing as per usual. Today's a weekend, and this will be the last, not the last, hold on, there's a sort of sense of finality to it. No, I'm basically not here this weekend, so this will be the last live record, well, not live recorded, but recorded on the day episode of this week. The other two will be pre-recorded Happy Home Paradise episodes. I don't remember what they were, or what we did. I recorded them earlier this week because I was like, I need to build up a backlog because I don't have enough videos. Anyway, hello everyone. Right now in Fawnhallow at 6:07 PM on Friday, February 23rd, 2024. What was I going to say? I immediately forgot what I was going to say. Oh yes, and I also need to record some Okami today, but I think apart from that, I should be good to go for this weekend because I don't have some. Oh yes, I'm using my Joy-Con drifty Joy-Cons. I should probably switch it out. You know, hold on, I'll switch it out. There we go, Joy-Con switched out. It's because the pink and yellow ones were running out of battery, so I switched to put them on charge, and I took out the blue and red ones, which are often in there. I don't know why we have this Apollo one necessarily as well in our in our letterbox, but there we go. Yeah, so I switched them out because I wanted them to charge up again. At some point I should try and do that fix for the other Joy-Cons, for the one which like fixes the Joy-Con drift. But yeah, I've got like a decent backlog going along there. The only thing is, yes, I don't have an episode for tomorrow for Okami, which if worst comes to worst, if I don't have time today to record, I think I probably should do. I probably will. Then I will. I just realised I was meant to take out butter out of the fridge. Because I was going to bake some brownies today, because I was going to bring some tomorrow. I legit completely forgot. That's okay, because that's not, like, it's not the most important part, I think. I think the most important part for brownies is definitely having the ingredients in the first place. Yes, what was I going to say? I forgot. It has slipped from my memory now. Yeah, worst comes to worst, you'll just get a Paradise Killer episode on Saturday rather than today, and then actually that's not going to work out. I had to record an episode today because not annoyingly, but like a series finished, Railbound finished today. I think the last episode got uploaded today, but I've not even started the Fawnhallow for the next one. I've recorded the 2 episodes. I'm very excited actually for this game because I've been long anticipating it, and I'm sure a lot of people watched my initial series, I think, on it. So having the second one, I think, a sequel, replacing a puzzle game, you might be able to hazard a guess as to what it is. People might be looking forward to. Oh no, I genuinely don't know. But honestly, like I've just started it, and I'm like, whoa, I did not expect this from this game, and it's cool. It is in a very cool way. So I recorded that last night. So today, the only thing I need to record is one Okami episode. I don't necessarily need to record 2, so I probably will just record the 1. I don't even remember what I'm doing in it, to be perfectly honest. I've forgotten like everything about all my games recently because I just like pick up again and start playing again like for the first time. Because all my brain right now is basically this D&D campaign, like trying to figure out how things go. Like I need to prepare for that as well because the first session we'll have again will be on a Monday immediately after the weekend. I basically have all the ideas in place. I just need to actually make the set pieces for it. Like I've got the characters now. I know what's gonna happen. Well, I know the general outline of what is going to happen and what should happen. I've got the locations and that sort of thing. I just need to like plan it, and then there'll be another one on Wednesday, which I have a general idea of what to do. I just don't have a motivation behind it yet. I know I know what I have set up to happen. Like I know what we're going to be doing. I just don't know exactly how it's going to pan out yet. But I have a general idea, and I have a general idea of how it leads into session 1 and both things. So it's a little bit of improv at the same time because, you know, like while I do have these overarching sort of arc ideas of what's going to happen plot-wise, it's a bit hard. Like it still gets changed around all the time. Like because you know, quite recently I was thinking about it and being like, oh, that doesn't quite make sense for like a first act arc. I think it's like too high level a first act arc. I need something more on the local scale. So now I'm like, okay, well now I need to think of something on the local scale. And then I was like, oh, this is a genius idea. I can just reinvent this character to basically fulfill that need, and it'll be that need, and it's like it's all this cascading thing, and it's like trying to get it straight in my head. It's not the most difficult part because again I take pretty good notes when it comes to these sort of things, but it's just sort of like getting it into something, you know. But it is exciting. It is invigorating, I suppose, playing D&D. I definitely feel like from the first 2 sessions while I was doing the DMing stuff, I was like, yeah, I think DMing is much more for me than being a player. Not that I don't mind being a player, but like DMing that thing just sort of like feels right in a sense. Which maybe, you know, if you know me personally, or if you like watched enough of my videos, you'd be like, yeah, that makes absolute sense. In which case, fair enough. I guess I couldn't see the forest for the trees for a while. But yeah, sorry, I'm like talking at a million miles per hour. Slow it down, calm it down. Remember, we're enunciating here. This is, after all, public speaking class, and your points will be deducted if your verbiage is not clarified. That's not at all how you would say that sentence if your tonality is not clear. Yeah, so there's stuff to do. You know, I've also got to pack, of course, for tomorrow. I already packed my clothes. Oh, this will actually be quite a fun thing, which will be a little bit of a sneak peek if you're one of my friends watching, and I'm going to meet up with you tomorrow. But I have no idea what you said, but I'm going to say that's right. Are you all about horror? I wouldn't say horror is like my go-to genre, to be perfectly honest. I'm not surprised that I put that in. Like, maybe I was thinking about like comic book. If she was asking about books, then like I don't really read much books. Like, okay, what genres would I associate with myself? Like, horror often is one, but I wouldn't say it's like definitively me. I think it's more like people build up association with it to me because I'm like, I quite like horror as a thing, but I don't really care for like slapstick horror, that sort of thing. I love like tension. I guess I like thrillers more than horrors, really. Which is why I should definitely watch Misery at some point. Like, I can't believe I've not watched it yet. But like Parasite, Hereditary are both two of like my favourite films. Maybe my two favourite films of all time. They're so good, for me personally. But you know, everyone's got their own tastes. And then I guess Parasite's kind of been like the comedic thriller sort of thing. But you know, Hereditary is very much a sort of like thriller horror, I would say. Psychological horror, maybe? I don't know. I don't know if it's a definitive me genre, though. I think I probably get more I don't know what I'd be more associated with. I think it depends on the circles you run in, certainly. I think if you looked at my own personal friend circle, you'd probably associate me more with, like, animated shows. Maybe not with most of animated shows. It's probably, like, at least one other person who I think I would associate stronger with it. But, I don't know. Fantasy? Nah, I wouldn't put myself up there as a top association with fantasy. Drama? Maybe. Which is weird because I can't even think of like a drama show that I've watched or anything like that. But like, I guess romance and drama do tend to be two genres I do like quite a lot. Despite the fact I can't really think of any that I've watched. Probably like an anime there or something. I don't know. I guess I like the concept of it more than... Well, if anything, it's more just because I don't really like watching things. So I don't know why I'm going along this thread, the school of thought anyway. What genre am I as a person? Probably slice of life, I'd imagine. Actually, is that true? I don't know. Maybe like a fantastical slice of life, I'd imagine. It's like slice of life, but it feels weird at the same time, you know? A whimsical slice of life. I don't really know if that's true or not. Maybe. I don't think I'd be horror. Like, as much as I do actually like horror as a genre, I don't think I have very strong associations. Like, I don't have like strong vibes with horror. You don't think Dear Darling, you don't think horror. Well, maybe you do. I don't really know. It's not like Dear Darling sounds like a particularly horror-esque themed username, does it? Anyway, I have no idea why I'm going with this conversationally themes. Where was I getting with this? Oh, I remember now. It was, I was going to say, like, a little sneak peek, I suppose, for any of my friends who may be watching. I don't think they probably will be watching. Not this episode, they'll probably watch it after. If anything, I don't know. But I've recently come into possession of, like, a Polaroid, well, not, it's not actually a true Polaroid camera. It's actually, what brand is this? I forgot what brand is this. Fujifilm, that's it. They've made an Insta-X 12 camera, which I recently have come into possession of. I didn't steal it, by the way, it was given. But it's essentially like a pseudo Polaroid camera. Like a modern Polaroid camera is perhaps the best way I would put it, where it still takes things on film and that sort of thing, and it's still... But it probably uses more digital, uses more advanced techniques, I think, than Polaroid cameras probably to actually capture it. But it produces like a Polaroid, essentially. And I thought, you know, because this is a celebration of one of my friends, a very good friend of mine, leaving the country, moving country, I thought it would be like, why not bring this along with me? You know, try it out, you know, at this party. We'll take some nice sort of Polaroid photos and, you know, give them to her as like a keepsake. So I'm packing that as well. It was actually very cool. It's very, very cool. I might use it more often. I genuinely don't know. I have said before that photography is a fascinating art form, which I definitely would like to learn more about. It's not something that I would like learn. I'm motivated to learn to like a professional level, but definitely to like a hobbyist level would be pretty cool. I'm not much of a photographer. I don't know much about, things like white balance, focal lenses, or focal lengths, I guess, lenses. I'm trying to think, blue light. what other terms do I know? Aperture. I mean, that's not really like a property, that just like is a thing, isn't it? That's like the size of the whole of a lens of a camera, or something, like how much light you let through. And I can't remember. There was something I learned about, like I learned the general like vibes of it, but like I can't remember it at all anymore. But I thought it'd be cool to bring along this sort of like pseudo Polaroid camera and be able to take some photos of it. I did look up a video about like how to set it up if there was like anything that was required. It feels like very retro in the sense that it needs like an entire like Polaroid pack to be placed in it, which I've already done. It's powered by AA batteries, which is wild. It doesn't have like a digital battery pack or something, which I think is crazy. If we're going to make a pseudo Polaroid camera, I feel like one thing, it should be rechargeable, right? It shouldn't run on AA batteries, but hey ho, here we go. It's probably like more size efficient or something, but or maybe you say like it feels more retro in that sense. There's not many things I have nowadays which run on AA batteries, like maybe my Steam controller I think does, but even then I don't use it with AA battery mode. I use it plugged in, so yeah, I mean, I guess maybe this camera would also work plugged in, but that's kind of like defeating the point of a camera, I guess. Well, what else do I use at AA battery? Like Wii remotes, but I don't even play the Wii anymore. The Switch is very much taken over that. Yeah, I'm just like looking around my room at like electronics and just being like, does that run on batteries? My epilator down there? Nope. That runs on its own internal battery. My electric toothbrush? Nope. My phone? Obviously not. Yeah, I don't really know. I can't even see anything. It's just that. Which is weird to say, it running on batteries makes it feel more retro somehow. Because that was very much a norm when I was growing up, everything, needing a load of batteries. Certainly remember the days of the good old like see-through plastic Game Boy, which required like 4 AA batteries or something to actually play the games, and had a lifespan, had like the battery runtime of like 2 hours or something. Okay, maybe not that bad, but you know what I mean. Forgot where I was going with this. That's just kind of vibes of it, Polaroid. I think Polaroid cameras are actually. I didn't mean to pick it up. Generally very, very cool. I don't really have much of a motivation to buy one, certainly. Like, I mean, if I got one as a gift, like an actual proper Polaroid camera, I would be appreciative, I think. I think I'd be like, this is pretty cool. Maybe it'd be a nice motivation, I suppose, to actually pick up this art form. I think I probably would appreciate like is it DSLR camera more? SLR camera? Again, I'm not like 100% convinced that this would be a thing I would want to get into. What would I was supposed to put it into perspective. What would I appreciate more? Would I appreciate a camera, or would I appreciate a sewing machine? And the answer is probably a sewing machine, to be honest, because I'm much more interested in getting into the idea of like making plushies or something instead of, I mean, not instead of, like, why not do both, I guess is the answer. But like a higher priority would be like learning to make plushies or other like sewing, textile, seamstress-esque style things. I think it lends more into like both my passions of both plushies and fashion, I think. And also it has a foundation to build off of, because I did know like how to sew and stuff when I was younger, like work with textiles. Not like amazingly well, mind you. I was like a novice 10-year-old or something, but still. Sewing machines. How expensive are sewing machines? Sewing machine price. Presumably you buy them like second hand or something, because like the modern ones I can't imagine are very good. Brother makes sewing machines? £90. That's actually cheaper than I thought, of about £100. If you ask me, I would have predicted that a good one would be like £600 or something. I mean, to be fair, maybe these are just like entry level ones. I don't know. This is where you go on Reddit, entry level sewing machine, and you see what people recommend. Best basic sewing machine for beginner. Number of stitches, stitching speed. Oh man, I don't know any of these. Best overall, Singer Stylist 7258. Singer Stylist 7258. Bear in mind that this article is 2 years old. How much does it cost? $165. That's not bad. That's actually way cheaper than I thought it would be. 100. Okay, well, I mean, this one's shipping from America, so it's about £200. Even still, £200 is cheaper than I thought. I don't know. I guess I'll begin at one that's maybe more expensive than I thought. That's genuinely not that bad, though. I don't know. Maybe I will pick up a sewing machine at some point. Look, okay, too many irons in the fire, dear darling. Like, don't try and pick up like a million hobbies at once. Be reasonable. Your current hobby that you've picked up is D&D. Once you get comfortable with that, then, you know, maybe turn to the fact that you haven't played your piano in a while, huh? Then, I don't even have room for a sewing machine. Where would I put a sewing machine? That's a really good question. That's crazy. And I actually didn't really realise. It reminds me of... I was talking with another friend to another friend. Well, I don't know why I just said with two friends about... he told me about this really cool... I can't remember what it was. I think it was like this printer-esque thing, which could sort of like double up as like a general sort of like handicrafts printer that made things. It could do like print stickers. It could do like... Not like laser cut things, but you know, like when you get a pencil and you get like a machine to draw something out with you with a like with pen or pencil. I forgot what it's called. It's called like it was like a pun name. It was like for something in my mind. It's like it's something mix of crocodile and cut, but that doesn't make sense. You know what? I bet my friend probably pinned it as a message between us. Never mind, we didn't. What was it called? It was like this handicrafts printer. It could like print on fabric and stuff as well. Not DIY cute mini printer. Get out of here. We want for real big stuff, you know? I don't remember what it was called. It was called something like something... I feel like it was reviewed on Linus Tech Tips. Like that was a video that was sent to me. Linus Tech Tips. But it wasn't Linus reviewing it. It was a woman. Oh, Cricket. That was it. Cricket. So it wasn't Crocodile. It was Cricket. Cricut printer. Yeah, these look pretty cool as well. Again, just another thing I would love to pick up as a hobby at some point. But again, I just need to sort out, organize my time better, so I can do everything. Yeah, I don't know. It looks very, very cool though. Cricut. I need to like make a note of this. Cricut and sewing machine. Not that I'm planning to really get one. I have a hair accessories art stuff. Cricut. Oh, actually, I already have it written down. Sewing machine. Some of the stuff I should buy, to be perfectly honest. I just never got around to buying it. Instead, I bought a load of other clothes, none of which were this. But well, anyway, I'm going to round this episode off here because I don't know what I'm talking about anymore. So if you have been watching, thank you very much. It's been Animal Crossing New Horizons. I've been Dear Darling. Likes, comments, subscription, shares, greatly appreciated. Socials, Discord down below. Hope to see each other again. But for now, it's our farewell. So until next time, bye-bye for now. Lads, go pack.